Hello and welcome with our Zeiss ASV Plus drop compensating turret. So this is the Zeiss ASV Plus. It has some really nice features for long-range hunters. Actually, it is a lockable turret, which is really good for hunting situations, so that it cannot be moved accidentally. We have to lift it up to compensate. And another great feature are the interchangeable rings. Here we can see them. They are marked with numbers and we can select them. We will see this later how we do that. Another thing, it has a lot of movement. Actually, it has 6.9 milliradians of compensation, which can take, let's say, my 300 Win Mag with 190 grain bullets traveling at 900 meters per second. They can reach out to 850 meters, which is a lot, let's say. Well, now we will show how do we zero it and how do we select the proper ring for our compensation. Okay, let's see how do we zero the ASV Plus turret. So it is really easy, but we have some tricks that we have to know. First thing, there is a spring inside, so we have to hold with both fingers on the upper part of the ASV. Then we untie the screw. Okay. Then we take this part out. Here we can see the spring. Let's put this here. Then we take off this part. Okay, and now we are able to zero it. Watch out at this thing. This part can fall out during firing, so I just suggest to keep it on just for zeroing. Then we put it down and fire. And let's see, if the bullets are going low, we turn this knob clockwise. If the bullets are going up, we turn this knob counterclockwise. Here we can see the adjustment, and it says that one click is a third of MOAD or 1 centimeters at 100 meters. It can be a little bit strange for you, but actually this turret is a milliradian adjustment, and one click means 1/10 of a milliradian angle at all distances, which means 1 centimeter at 100 meters. Sorry. Okay. And there is another trick that we want to pay attention to. Here there are two pins, one on this part and one on there. With these two pins, we want actually to have them like this once the scope is zero. Why that? Because we will turn the turret like that and we want to have the full adjustment. This means all the way around. And this actually is a zero stop function also. So when we go back, it will come here and it will stop. Okay, so it must be like this to put it together. So, okay, and there is another thing that we have to know. Here, once we zero it, we must put the zero on the white mark on the scope. Once this is done, we just insert this spring and then we put this thing back up. Again, hold with both fingers and tie it up. Okay, that's basically it. And here now we can see we are on 0, and we can go 69 clicks, which is 6.9 milliradians around. And for going back, we just turn, and on the 0 there is a 0 stop that we saw before, and it stops. Okay. Now let's talk about one of the features of the ASV Plus turret. As you can see here, we have a ring with some kind of markings on there. We have several of these rings and we can change them. And now we'll see how do we change it and how do we select the correct one. First one that I have installed on the scope now is 000, and they go up to 009. We can choose the proper ring going to Zeiss and typing in ballistic calculator or ballistic software, and then there we can just put inside some data like the ballistic coefficient. It's really nice because we have all sorts of coefficients, G1, G7 and also other types. We have the temperature and some other stuff, and we can also choose from factory ammunition. I would really suggest you that you choose the G7 ballistic coefficient. You can see on my other articles why. And even that all of those ballistic tables are usually correct, I suggest you to check the 0 on the field. So if you, let's say, if you put the 004 ring, you have the 1, 2, 3 and 4 mark, and you go in the field and you just check your 0 at 100, 200, 300 and 400 meters. Okay, let's say that we already know which ring we want to put on side. Let's say that we want to put the 005 ring on our scope, and it's really easy. With both fingers we hold here, and the upper ring we just unscrew it. It's a little bit hard, but it goes smoothly. Okay, take this part off, take these two things off, and we put the correct ring. We said the 005, we put it on here. Again, we have to watch out that one is aligned with the white marking on the scope. Now we put up on it the rubber part. It can only be put in one way. Okay, once this is done, we need to hold this tight with both fingers, like this. Okay, go here, and we put this thing back up. Screw it down. And that's it. We just have to check. Okay, one is there, it's on 0, and that's it. Let me say this doesn't affect our scope 0, because we are only changing this, we are not doing any clicks, so don't worry about your 0.